Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Borderlands 2, continuing, I don't even know. I don't even know how far this is going to go, but welcome to Monday Q&A. If you saw the last video, I ended up saying, hey, every Monday we're going to have Q&A, and I just try and go through, you know, a bunch of questions that I see. Realizing now, when sorting through over 1,000 comments, it might be easier if I give you all a hashtag to use. So on Sunday, I'll have to remember we're going to go hashtag Q&A. So that way I can sort these and not have to have like my phone next to me as I'm scrolling through these. That would be ideal. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into them. So first, number one is, Baru, how exactly did you get your name, Admiral Baru? Well, reason that I have the name Baru is because, well, I was playing with my dog, and his name was Baru. And the reason he's called Baru is because he did this, like, weird bark where he just goes, Baru, and he just does that, and I gave him the name Baru. So I gave the dog name Baru, and when I was signing up for Xbox, I couldn't think of a name. I couldn't think of any kind of name to give my Xbox profile, and my dog was sitting next to me, and I was like, we'll name it Baru. So that's how I got the Xbox name, and I have a 3 on there as well. I'm Baru 3, because apparently Baru was already taken. And I was like, no. I don't know how or why this name is already taken, but I'm having the name Baru on Xbox. So I became Baru 3. So I became Baru 3 on Xbox, and one of the games that I ended up loving to play so much was Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I loved it a lot. Mass Effect 3 multiplayer was just really enjoyable. Like, I played a mix of Borderlands and Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and it was just a lot of fun. And one of my favorite classes to play inside that game was the Quarian Engineer, because his grenades were stupidly overpowered. And the highest rank for Quarians was Admiral. So I was like, hey, Admiral Baru. That's what we'll have. Because I liked the Quarian class, I liked my dog, and that's how we kind of got the name. Now, why exactly did I choose that rather than just straight Baru for YouTube? Well, here's why. So, when I was signing up for YouTube, I wanted to make a YouTube channel, get started, upload a video, and naturally, I chose the name Baru. And I was like, oh, Baru's already taken on YouTube. Okay, well, I can't use that. So I was Baru 3. I decided to be real fucking clever. Get ready for this. I changed it to Baru 6. That's right. I doubled the number. Real clever, huh? Yep. Extremely clever. So I'm Baru 6 on YouTube. And I'm Baru 3 on Xbox. And later down the line, I had to connect my profile with Google Plus, and they require a first and last name. And I was like, well, okay, I want to make my name Admiral Baru because I don't like having the 6 in my name. So the best way to do that is to create a first name, because I can't just have straight Baru when you sign up for Google Plus. I can't just have a blank name. So I had to think of some sort of first name or some kind of last name to go along with it. And I was like, Admiral. Because that's when I had the Quarian avatar for my profile. And I was just like, sure, Admiral Baru. And that's how we ended up getting the name. And it just sort of stuck, And we just kind of made a little brand around it. We had the little Admiral logo and all that stuff, and we just kind of built around it. A lot of people were like, you're not a real Admiral. You're right, I'm not. I did not. Although, funny enough, even though it's not the right branch, I did actually plan on going into military. I was planning on going into the Marines before this whole YouTube and Twitch thing ended up blowing up to the point where I could actually do this full time. And I was like, hey, video games! And I just kept playing it. You know, it was good. And I kind of just, yeah. Because when I was going into the Marines, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was like, I'll do this. I'll go in here and hopefully be able to afford college. So that way I don't have to, you know, have thousands and thousands of dollars of student loan. Because that's what college is. It's unfortunate, but that's kind of what it is. Anyway, so those were my plans before YouTube, and that's what I was kind of going to do. Because I know some people ask, like, what'd you do before that? And I was like, what'd you do before all of this? And that's what I did. Although, I guess if you want to know what my profession, I'm putting, like, quotation. You can't see these quotation marks, but I'm putting quotation marks around that. My profession before I started doing Twitch, I sliced deli meat. And you know those guys when you're at a store, it tries to sell you a sample, and like cooks this tiny little thing and says, here, try a sample. Now buy 20 boxes. When you're going to the supermarket, that was me. That's what I was doing. Engagements, that's what they like to call it. But that's what I did. I was that guy that gave you a little free sample. That's where I was. Anyway, that's kind of what I did before Twitch and YouTube. Kind of a double question there because there was a question of what I did before that, but there you go. That's how I got my name. That's how I ended up getting kind of, you know, to where I am now. That's my name and everything. Now, there's another one here going over how exactly the whole mascot, because I know I'm slowly introducing that to the YouTube side of things. I never really... The mascot that I have on Twitch just kind of stayed on Twitch, never really came over to YouTube, although I will be, you know, slowly branding it over here as well. People are like, why exactly is there a girl on your Twitch, like, all over there? Are you a girl? No. The reason I had that was because it kind of started as like a little joke. It started with a song from Mighty Switch Force 2. And I was doing a lot of speedruns of Borderlands 2 at the time, and I didn't really have the greatest of luck during my speedruns. Then one day, I played this song, alright? I played this little song here, and we got a godlike RNG, and we pulled like a quad or something crazy for our run, and we ended up beating our previous time by a lot. And that's kind of where that's kind of where the song, you know, kind of originated from. And then we just slowly added a mascot around that. Is what we ended up doing. We had a small little emote that we added to Twitch, and we kind of just let that go, and over time it just kind of grew. People ended up really, really liking the mascot and all of that stuff, and they were like, yes, add more. And slowly I just kept adding on more and more, and people liked it. And hold on while I turn down the game volume, because Bloodshot Stronghold is extremely loud for some reason. I don't know why. Alright. There we go. But yeah, we just slowly kind of developed it over time, and people really liked it. And as far as adding emotes onto Twitch, I wanted to have cute emotes because they're easier to use. People like them. You gotta understand kind of like the Twitch mentality. People like, you know, cute stuff. Well, I guess that's just sort of the internet in general. So I added a cute mascot. And then slowly we had the panda as well. The reason the panda was in there was because I was playing Pokemon and we had a Pangoro, which is a tiny little panda, or we had a little panda which turned into a bigger panda. And we ended up using that panda the entire time. Like, it just swept the entire game. It was ridiculously overleveled. It did the entire game for me. I didn't have to, like, do anything but use this one Pokemon. It just did the super punch, and that was it. It was done, you know? That's basically all I had. Alright. And yes, I'm doing this. But that's kind of where the pan ended up coming from, but I hope that kind of answers, like, the whole mascot thing and, you know, why I have that. Whoop. And welcome to Outer Bounds. Oh, Borderlands is such a broken game, man. It's such a broken game, and I love it. I love the ins and outs of these things. All right. So the next question here that I can see while scrolling through this is... how much do you hate Claptrap? Okay, I liked Claptrap in Borderlands 1. Why? Because he was written to be annoying, and we found that funny. Or, I don't know. I don't know the best way to word this. Oh, hold on. Okay. I don't know the best way to word it. He was written to be... yeah, he was written to be annoying, and we found that funny. And in Borderlands 2, he's written to be, like, funny annoying, and we just found that annoying. And it's just like, I didn't like it. You know, I don't like Borderlands 2 Claptrap. I kind of like the Borderlands 1 Claptrap version, where he's just like, he's just there. But when they gave him, like, an overbearing personality and tried to make him annoying, I was like, I don't like a character that's purposefully trying to be annoying and tick me off. That's not what I want to play the game for, you know? That's not what I want to have. I don't like those kinds of characters. I don't, they annoy me to no end. It's just like, ugh, why? But yeah, Claptrap, he's extremely annoying, and the fact that I did not like his action skill in Borderlands the pre-sequel. People found it hilarious. I was like, no! I don't want to have melee. I'm trying to kill the flying enemy in front of me. I guess I'll just swing wildly. And that happened 90% of the time, every time. It's just 90% of the time, it happens every time. But that's like what ended up happening with Claptrap. Is just like his action skill went to shit every single time, and I didn't know what to do. So that's what ended up happening. All right, next one is, what is your favorite element in the Borderlands series? I liked Borderlands 1 Corrosive. Probably either Borderlands 1 Corrosive or like the Borderlands 1 Shock. I like the fact that the shock element did something other than just shields. It also kind of like dazed the enemies, so that way they became less accurate and all that stuff. It gave you a reason to use shock other than, oh hey, they have a shield. No, because shields in Borderlands 1 didn't mean a damn thing. They were basically made out of paper mache the entire time. So it was like, well, cool. I guess this is a thing now. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of how they removed that feature in Borderlands 2, and I would like to see it return, honestly. I really would like to see that return, because it kind of messed with me there. And we're gonna go ahead and scroll through some of these things. Again, I really should have put a hashtag with this, because sorting these, not the easiest. Next one is, when do I think Borderlands 3 is going to be released? I've had a couple of people send me videos like, oh, Borderlands 3 might be released sooner than you think. And it's like, I don't think so. I think Borderlands 3 is going to be released either late 2017 or first quarter of 2018. Personally, I think we're going to see it on third or fourth quarter of the year for 2017, because that's when Borderlands 2 launched, and it had a very successful launch And I believe that's when the pre-sequel launched as well. I'm not entirely sure when exactly Borderlands 1 ended up launching. I'm not going to look that up right now, but I think that might have been third quarter as well. They seem to have launched their Borderlands games in the third quarter. They did a little bit of a different approach with Battleborn. I don't know why, but you know, probably because it wasn't ready then. But I think we'll see it late 2017, third or fourth quarter, or early 2018 in the first quarter. Or maybe it'll be even later than that. Who really knows? We know that it's been in development for longer than just, hey, we're now starting development. And I was like, no, you did not just start development. That didn't happen. You've been developing it, all right? I know how this works, Randy. You started as soon as the DLC was done for Borderlands 2. Let's be honest here. There's been a team on it. Granted, may not have been the biggest focus, but I know it's been there. So that's when I think we can expect Borderlands 3, in my personal opinion. Would I like to see it earlier? Yes, obviously, because I want to dig into Borderlands 3. But at the same time, I would rather Borderlands get a good, you know, solid release date where they've got plenty of time to make the game good, rather than rush it out for the obsessive fans. Because I mean, I'm not. That's not like a hit at the fans or anything. I'm just as obsessive. I want it now as well. But I look at so many games in general that fall flat when they could have done so much better. They really could have done so much better if they had just had a little bit extra development time. So, you know, it's however you really want to look at it there. We're going to take that. So, you know, that's kind of my thoughts on it. But anyway, that's today's Q&A. I hope you all... Ooh, class mod, 77%, baby, yeah. All right, cool. That's going to be awesome for the next level. That's going to be our Q&A. If you did not have your question answered, I'm so very sorry. I will definitely get through more questions in the next one. But, you know what? I actually kind of like this. Just for tomorrow. It's going to still be on Mondays, but for tomorrow, you're going to be able to add, we're going to try and get some more questions in, because I really like this whole answering questions thing. So tomorrow, or I guess today, leave a comment in the comment section below with the question that you would like answered. Put hashtag, you know, BLQ&A. So that way I can sort them. BLQ, the little and sign, A. All right? That way I can sort them. But anyway, thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you enjoyed this series, do me a favor, go ahead and hit the like button. It definitely does support me and help me in my journey to level TVHM. And I'll catch you on the next one. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe as well. Anyway, that's it. See you later. Bye.